Alright, so for this one we're just going to multiply. Remember, I like to use the box method, the grid. Believe it or not, a student actually showed me this. They were like, oh, my middle school teacher showed me to do it this way. And I was like, actually, that's pretty good. So we're going to do a 2 by 3. Because I have a binomial times a trinomial, right? So this is going to go here, 8x plus 4. Then up here I have 3x squared plus, technically that's 1x plus 5. And so this is pretty easy. Well, I shouldn't say pretty easy. It's you're just multiplying and dividing, adding and subtracting. Actually, you're not doing any dividing. You're just multiplying and adding and subtracting. So I'm going to take that 8 and multiply it by the 3. What's that? Well, that's a positive 24. Then the next step is I'm going to take x, but remember that's like x to the first power times x to the third power. So I'm thinking x to the first power times x squared is equal to x raised to the 1 plus 2, which is actually x to the third power, right? So we just put that right here. Then I just repeat that. I'm going to say 8 times 1, which is a positive 8. And then I have x times x. What's x times x? X squared. Then I'm going to multiply my 8 by 5, positive 5. So that becomes a positive 40, and then we tack on the x. Okay? So that's basically it. Hey, can you get the door, please? So then the next thing we want to do is we're going to multiply this 4 by 3. That's positive 12. And then we tack on the x squared. Then the next one is 4 times 1x, which is just a positive 4x. And then 5 times 4 is 20, positive 20. Now, because, and I remember I talked about this yesterday, this is written in descending order, and this is written in descending order, right? So usually, if they're both written in descending order, the diagonals are like terms, okay? So my x squareds are circled in blue, and then my x to the first powers are circled in green. So I'm going to combine them all in one step. So down here, I'm going to say 24x cubed. And then, what's 8 plus 12? 20, thank you. First hour, huh? All right, 20x squared. Now let's add the x to the first power. What's 40 plus 4? 44. X, right? The x doesn't go away. And then we have plus 20. Ooh, it's not a good box. And that's the answer. How do you guys feel about this? Pretty good? Aside from some simple mistakes, I think everybody will do fine on this. It's the long division that's kind of the challenge, right? So let me zoom out so you guys could see that. I'll give you a second to write that down.